Today, we're going to cut right through all the noise, all the hype, and honestly, all the fear to get a real look at one of the biggest technologies changing our world, artificial intelligence. I mean, it is everywhere, right? Every headline, every conversation. But what are we actually talking about? Let's dive in and figure that out. You know, it feels like every single day there's some new wild headline about AI. And it's always one extreme or the other, isn't it? It's either AI is going to solve world hunger, or AI is the end of humanity. It's going to create this perfect utopia with no work, or it's going to take every single one of our jobs. So the real question we're facing in 2026 is, what's the reality here? Is AI just another tool, like a really smart hammer? Is it going to be more like a partner, a coworker? Or is it actually something we should be worried about? All right, so to get to the bottom of this, here's our game plan. First, what is AI really? We'll cut through the jargon. Then we'll look at where you're already using it every day. After that, we'll talk about the business side of things, where the money's going. We'll give you a guide to choosing the right tool for you. And finally, we'll tackle the big one, fact versus fiction. Okay, first up, what is AI really? We're going to go from the super complex code to some simple concepts here. Look, we've got to start with a solid foundation. You hear these terms all the time, right? AI, machine learning, deep learning, and people use them like they're the same thing. They're not. And trust me, knowing the difference isn't just for the nerds. It's actually the key to understanding what's real and what's just, well, hype. I love this quote. It just nails the basic idea. Think about it. AI is like a really, really good student. You show it millions of cat photos, millions, and it studies them until it can spot a cat in a brand new picture, even if that cat is doing something weird like wearing sunglasses. See, that's the key. It's not just following a set of pre-written rules. It's actually learning from a ton of data to make its own calls. So let's get a little more specific. Artificial intelligence, AI. This is the big one. It's the huge umbrella that covers everything. It's the whole field of trying to build machines that can act like humans. You know, things like reasoning, solving problems, or even just understanding what we're saying. Okay, so under that big AI umbrella, you've got machine learning, or ML. Now, this is where it starts to get really cool and, frankly, useful. The old way was a programmer had to write code for every single possibility. With ML, you don't do that. You just give the computer a ton of data and let it figure out the patterns on its own. It literally learns from experience and gets better over time. This is the engine behind pretty much all the AI you use daily. And then, if we go even one level deeper, we hit deep learning. Think of this as the supercharged version of machine learning. It uses these really complex structures called neural networks, which, and this is cool, are kind of modeled after our own brains. They have all these layers, that's why they call it deep, and this is the powerhouse behind the really mind-blowing stuff, like your Alexa understanding you, or an AI creating a crazy realistic picture from just a few words. So this table really lays it all out. The best way to think about it is like those Russian nesting dolls, right? AI is the biggest doll. You open it up, and inside is machine learning. Open that one, and you find the smallest one, deep learning. And as you can see, the deeper you go, the more complex it gets. You need way more data, like massive amounts of it, and some serious hardware. But here's the real kicker, that last row. Deep learning can figure out what matters on its own. The other stuff, it still needs a human to kind of point it in the right direction. Okay, so that's the techie stuff, but how does this actually show up in your day-to-day life? Well, the truth is, it's already everywhere. You're probably an AI power user and you don't even know it. It's just so seamlessly woven into our lives, but we don't even notice it anymore. I mean, just think about your day. That movie Netflix recommended that you actually loved, that's ML. The way Google Maps magically finds a faster route around traffic, that's AI. Siri, Alexa, Google, all of them. The creepy good recommendations you get on Amazon, your email spam filter, even the text on your phone that knows what you're going to say next. Yep, all of it is AI, just humming along in the background. So the big takeaway here is that AI is not some sci-fi thing that's coming someday. It's here. It's right now. It's in your pocket, on your desk, and in your car. It's basically the invisible engine that makes our modern lives so convenient and, well, personalized. All right, so let's shift gears a bit. We've talked about our personal lives, now let's talk business. Because if AI is this baked into everything we do as consumers, you better believe that companies are taking notice. And I mean really taking notice. It's gone from a small talk topic for the IT department to the #1 thing on every CEO's mind. So check this out. Boston Consulting Group did this huge survey in 2026, and the data shows an absolute explosion in companies pouring money and attention into AI. And we're not just talking about the usual tech startups. This is a massive shift across the entire economy. We're talking manufacturing, healthcare, finance, you name it, they're in on it. And the numbers, wow, the numbers really tell the story. Look at this chart. In just 1 year, the amount of money companies are investing in AI basically doubled. As a share of their total revenue, that's an insane amount of money moving towards one single technology that fast. And this isn't just some fad. This next number might be the most important one we look at today. 94%. 94% of companies say they are sticking with their AI investments. Let that sink in. It means even if it's not making the money right away, they are all in. They're playing the long game because they believe AI is critical to their very survival. And here's what's really changed. Look at who's making the calls. It's not the tech department anymore. 72% of CEOs, the head honchos, are now saying, "This is my decision." That's a huge shift. It shows they see AI not just as some little tool to make things a bit faster, but as something that could completely upend their entire business. It's a top-level priority, period. Okay, so with all this money and all this hype, what happens? The market gets flooded with AI tools, right? Everyone's claiming their tool is the best or the most revolutionary. It's a lot. It can be super confusing to figure out where to even begin. So we're going to give you a super practical guide on how to pick the right AI tool for you. So the experts who've spent hundreds of hours on this stuff all say the same thing. There's no best AI. The real question is, what are you trying to do? So if you're doing research and you need to know where the information is coming from, you want Perplexity. It actually gives you its sources, which is huge. If you just want a great all-arounder that connects to all your Google stuff, Gemini is your best bet. Now, if you want an AI to actually get work done for you, like an assistant, Claude Code is amazing at that. For just kicking around creative ideas, DeepSeek can give you some really wild and cool responses. And if you're looking for something with, well, fewer guardrails, Grok is built to handle more sensitive topics. All right, last section. Let's talk about the big one, the future, the elephant in the room. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of fear out there, a lot of it coming straight from Hollywood movies. And these myths stick around because they tap into what we're all a little nervous about. So let's separate the science fiction from reality and tackle two of the biggest myths head on. First up, the big one. Myth number one, AI is going to take all our jobs. This is probably the fear I hear the most. You know, this idea that the robots are coming and we're all going to be out of work. And hey, it's an understandable fear when you see what this tech can do. But it's not the full picture. The reality is, as always, a bit more complicated. Yeah, some boring, repetitive jobs are probably going to be automated, but history teaches us that new technology usually ends up being a tool to help humans, not just replace them. Think about it. AI is already creating jobs that didn't exist a few years ago, like people who train AIs. The real shift is that it's going to augment what we can do, freeing us up from the grunt work to be more creative and strategic. Okay, myth number two. This is the one you've seen in every sci-fi movie ever. The Terminator, The Matrix, you name it. The idea that AI is going to wake up one day, become self-aware, and, well, you know the rest. It's a great plot for a movie for sure, but is there any truth to it? The reality? The experts are pretty much all in agreement on this one. No. The AI we have now and for a long time to come has no consciousness, no emotions, no desires. It doesn't want anything. No matter how smart a chatbot sounds, it's really just a super advanced parrot. It can mimic human language perfectly, but it has zero understanding of what the words actually mean. It's a tool, following its programming. That's it. So where does that leave us? Here's the bottom line. AI is moving past being just a simple tool. It's becoming more like a partner, something that can boost our own intelligence and creativity. The technology itself isn't good or bad. It doesn't have a destiny. So the question we have to ask isn't what's AI going to do to us. The real question is, what are we going to do with it? Because how we decide to use this incredibly powerful tool, that's what will shape our future.